Hello and welcome to the HI UK Select monthly video update for October 2024. This was a good month for the fund in quite a difficult UK market. The UK market was generally preoccupied with the budget. This was the first budget from the new Labour government and was issued right at the end of the month. The market was concerned about what the Chancellor of the Exchequer might do to alter some of the tax incentives and how this would impact investing in the UK market, also general tax rates. The outcome of the budget was probably slightly less negative than worst fears, but equally we didn't come out thinking this was a great pro-growth budget and perhaps raise some questions over the government's ability to tax and spend, and that'll play out over the next few months. So the balance situation was a sort of no change, no worse than expected, definitely, but not a great boost. In the context of that, actually, our short book led the way. We had some really strong short performers and an overall good performance for the fund. So standout wins were Bechtle in Germany, the IT distributor, L'Oreal actually in France, so a couple of our European trades coming in well. We also did well in Aberdeen, the UK fund manager. So good to see some of those shorts come through nicely. In terms of the long book, the biggest long book winner was Trainline. Trainline had another good trading update. And Trainline's emerging now as one of the relatively few European tech platform leaders. It's a modest valuation still, we think, and it's got great trading momentum today. So that feels like not a bad place to be, and we've had a good position in it this month that's paid off for us. If we look at some of our long book losers, things that didn't work out for us quite so well. So the cyclical industrial area, so RS1 and component distributor, that was fairly weak. We've seen a lot of warnings from industrials. Elementis was weak. We didn't see a warning there, but the shares have been pretty weak. So that was quite painful. Travis Perkins, where we'd taken a tactical long into that kind of house building recovery. The house building recovery trade was generally weaker. Bellway was weak for us as well. I guess the weakness in Travis was offset a bit by our Kingfisher short coming in a little bit better again, so that was good to see. So quite a lot of balance going on in the portfolio, but overall we were generally on the right side of things and a couple of good longs and short wins on each side. Kind of reflected that it was a pretty volatile market, but I think we navigated it fairly well in the end. And we did well through the budget period, which is important and could have been quite dangerous, a bit of a minefield for us, but we navigated that really reasonably well at the end of the month. Actually, we come out with a fair amount of uncertainty still. There was a lot of earnings risk out there still. There are a lot of companies with second half weightings that are probably not going to be made. There are a lot of industrials who are pretty concerned about life. And that's not a bad environment. If that's a continuation of where we've been in the last month, then in theory that should give us plenty of opportunities on both sides of the book. I think one other thing we need to keep an eye on this month is Mansion House. So Mansion House is when the Chancellor of the Exchequer talks to the city. It's an annual event. And at that stage, normally some policy ideas are trailed. And we think there's a chance there may be some policy ideas around UK equities and encouraging people to invest in UK equities and possibly mandating pension funds in some shape or form to do that. That would be a pretty big positive for the UK market. So we need to be aware of that as a background sort of market driving factor that we need to be on top of. Longer term, potentially a positive, but equally we need to think about what may move on that. So got an eye on that, seeing lots of long short opportunities on both sides of the book. Got a really good year so far, and we're really looking forward to trying to continue that as we close out the year in the next couple of months. Thanks again for your support, and I look forward to updating you in a month's time.